Ding dong, it's me again, Jolene Dawson, and I am back with a fun little video that I have decided to do last minute. It is currently 1 in the morning, the 15th, it's the 15th of January. I've seen a little bit about, there's an impeachment hearing, all of that stuff. I'm not too caught up on what's going on. I did, towards the middle of the year, decide that I'm going to be less, I'm just going to take a break from being so vocal about, politics and stuff like that. Just for my own, mental health, especially with the state of things. It was, getting quite a lot. And that's all well and good for me to say as, a white person, when people of color, they don't get to just turn it off. But I also live in Australia, so it's not... I have the opportunity to kind of turn a blind eye every now and then and just kind of turn away from it, which I don't advise doing. I think it's always important to stay current and stay aware of how other people are experiencing the world, especially when it can be really harmful for a lot of people. So I don't want to encourage anyone to just switch off the news and ignore politics, especially at a time like this. But I have decided that I'll do a quick little reading for Donald Trump using my tarot cards. I'm using a Rider-Waite deck. And just see what I think the cards are trying to tell me. I will start this by saying this is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say should be taken as fact. It really is just me interpreting pictures on some cardboard cards. Now, there is a lot of history to tarot, and I don't want to discredit it, but for the purposes of this video, it's a novelty deck, and I'm just reading what I see, okay? Especially when we're talking about something as serious as politics. Please don't take it too seriously. That's not my intention. I just want to see what I find out by doing this. So I have shuffled quite a lot, I think. I think I'll just do 9 cards. The first card is the Empress reversed, the 9 of Swords, and the World. So these are the cards in that order. Now, with the 9 of Swords, this is kind of it's not always the best card to be getting. I'll say that. It's very there's a lot weighing down on you. There's a lot, that you're it's keeping you up at night. And this situation definitely is keeping people up at night. As far as Donald Trump goes and what this might represent. And the World is normally seen as kind of a full circle, completion of a cycle. Sometimes it can mean a new beginning in certain situations, but for the most part, it kind of just represents the completion of a cycle. So I definitely think he will be impeached. But in saying that, he is an elected president for the next term anyway, so there would be a new cycle. And obviously, look at the imagery and tell me that doesn't evoke just sadness and sorrow and kind of just this weight, just this dark cloud over everyone. This is more in regards to the health of the US. Obviously is becoming quite poor, has become quite poor over the last 4 years. It just has. The social environment is not at its peak, I would say. And to me, this really reads as everything's crumbling around Donald Trump, including in private. I think there's some personal issues we're unaware of. I think tides are really starting to shift for him in his personal life, as well as everything that we're seeing going on. So I think that's very interesting. But we'll get some more clarification on these 3 cards. I'll pull another 3. Specifically in regards to Donald Trump and politics and just the political situation. What do these cards mean? What do these cards mean for Donald Trump in particular? We've got the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the Fool. You guys, I don't think he's not going to take this this potential impeachment, I don't know what the current standings are with that situation. He's not going to take it as the end. He's going to take it as a bit of a setback, something to overcome. I think he's got the people around him that support him, and he knows that. He knows that he feels like he's leading a fight, which could be a huge concern. Now, I know he has been silenced and, banned from Twitter, all of that. I think he is going to find another way to reach out to people. And I think he might... To me, what this says, regardless of who I'm doing the reading for, this would say gathering people and trying to lead an ill-thought-out plan. I'll say plan because I don't want to get anyone too, scared or concerned or worried. But to me, this really says he might feel a little hurt by what is about to happen, about the inauguration as well as the potential impeachment. And so he's going to sail to what he thinks might be victory, and he is going to do what he can to get there. And it's not thought out. He is not considering what the outcome will be. This, to me, looks like a very vengeful spread. This says, to me, a fight of vengeance. And it's ill thought out. He's thinking to himself, I won the election previously against everyone's doubts. I can win again. Okay, and we already kind of know that he thinks that. He's obviously been saying that the election was stolen from him. So we're aware that he kind of has those tendencies. But to me, this seems like it might be a new battle and a new frontier. It's definitely, leading an army towards a new frontier is how I want to say it. I don't want to get anyone too worried. I don't want to say the worst of the possibilities that something like this could mean, but I definitely see anger and hurt kind of working against each other in the direction of an opponent. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing opposition. Let's get some more cards. I think I'll do more than 9 cards because I really want some more clarity on what this could mean. Did that flip? Oh, it did. 4 of Pentacles reversed just flipped, so we really need to look at that one. What do these cards mean? What are these cards trying to tell us? What do we have on our hands? One, two, three. Okay, so the cards we've got up now. Now, we did get a jump card, which was the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and that's very much you're treading on thin ice, and like I said with the Fool card, plans are not thought out, but he's going to try and execute these plans regardless. I pulled 4 more cards. We've got the Page of Wands, the Hierophant, 7 of Cups, sorry, I had to count them, and the 9 of Cups reversed. So in this order, to me, this is kind of, I'm not really taking this as a good sign. Now, with the Hierophant reversed, the Hierophant, generally, it's about, like, education and all of that, but this, in reverse, is more of a corruption card, which we've kind of suspected, and as you can see, looking towards, like, corruption, moving towards corruption. Now, the Page is kind of, what the Page represents is more new to a circumstance, and now with it being in Wand, that is, don't allow yourself to become a bully. So as we can see, bullheadedness, being a bully, moving into corruption. With the 7 of Cups, I think eventually the losses will be too big for him and he will have to walk away, and there will be a substantial loss. With the 9 of Cups in reverse, you know, all the water is falling out of the cups at the end. He is, whatever whatever final round he thinks he's going to try and initiate, it is going to turn out bad for him. I think we kind of expect that anyway. I don't think that's anything new for us, but I think he will be stooping to new lows, particularly with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You guys, I feel like a lot of people are going to get thrown under the bus in a lot of ways that we don't expect. And I think we're going to see things take a really sour turn for him. I think there could be some issues with the Empress in reverse as well. There are some things keeping him up that we don't know about. There are things going on that we don't know about. And there is something that he's trying to distract himself from. That's what this feels like. There is something he's trying to hold on to that he just can't. And there's going to be this final tantrum, this final round of just vengeful behavior. But from what I see, it comes from a place of being scared. Obviously, he's scared he's losing what he has built for himself. But it's going to turn ugly, and it's going to go in a really ugly direction with him. Again, probably not a surprise to most of us. Let's get some more clarity on what's going on with him, because like, to me, it does look vengeful. It looks ill thought out. These are all things we already kind of know and expect from Donald Trump. The Page of Cups. Four of Swords reversed. Two of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Swords. To me, someone is going to come out with a lot of information, and there is someone close to him. This is what this is saying to me, that there's someone close to him that is going to be, figuratively speaking, the nail in the coffin. They're going to, the sword is dangling and somebody's about to cut it, and it's going to be someone close to him, you guys, and there is going to be kind of there's going to be a swift move against him from someone we don't expect, somebody that we probably aren't too privy to either, somebody that we don't expect to do this. Somebody is going to really, they're just gonna come in and they're gonna say or do this, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end. I think it's going to come to an abrupt end for him. I think we're gonna see him try and climb this hill, fight this battle, and then all of a sudden knocked out at the legs kind of thing. Figuratively speaking, I'm not saying like assault or anything. This certainly, to me, it just looks like he's going to be blindsided by someone's actions, and it's really going to end what he's trying to do and trying to achieve. Somebody is going to come out of left field, and I wonder who that is. I wonder, and we've already kind of started to see that with Mike Pence and all of that. So let's see what else we've got. Three of Pentacles. He's going to have very few people left. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Wands reversed. And the 7 of Swords. So he's going to have very few people left. He's going to be losing out, and it's going to hit him financially, it looks like. Whatever this is, whatever it is that somebody says or does to come and kind of put a stop to him, it's going to affect him financially. It's going to really take away from him. Something is going to be taken from him. And he's going to try and just like make off like a bandit. To me, this all kind of reads as something illegal going on with the corruption, and then like money lost. We saw the like vengeful kind of rallying of people around him. Somebody's going to come in and blindside him and flip everything upside down, and he's going to have very few people left, and those people are going to be very skeptical, and he's going to, look, these cards, this could mean something's taken from him, or he's going to be taking from someone and making off like a bandit. Or I think what this reads to me is somebody's going to come out of left field. This could be Melania. This could really read as Melania because we did see the Queen of Swords, which has feminine energy, but it's kind of stoic and closed off, but fast moving. To me, Melania really kind of represents that. Like, we see her as the First Lady, as his wife, but we don't really, she doesn't come out and talk about stuff. I think she might come out and just put us, you know, like I feel like she could be, or it's just someone close to him, someone we don't expect. And I think money is going to be lost. Something's definitely being taken. And someone is making off like a bandit. Somebody's taking what they can and going. This could be Trump. He could flee the country with something like this. I don't think that seems likely. That doesn't seem reasonable. But there's going to be money lost. There's going to be very few people in his corner once all is said and done. And I think it really, this year, will kind of bring the end of the kind of Trump reign. What is the future going to be like? I do have a sneaking suspicion that we will kind of see a, you know, maybe Ivanka will come out and say something. I don't think so. I think that she might have her eyes set on running in the next election. And I think if that were to happen, I think that would really be when everything comes to a head. So we've got the Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Three of Cups reversed. Look, he's going to have no one on his side by the end of it. I think there's going to be, to me, it looks like it's going to be a spectacle. Whatever this happens, his downfall is going to be a spectacle. We know that, but I think this is going to be in a larger scale than we think. You know, and then, look, there's a lot of money involved in this. There's a lot of money lost. There's a lot of looking back on the past. How could this have been prevented? Somebody is going to make a mistake. Somebody is going to slip up and something bad is going to happen. And look, the opposition is cheering. People are going to rejoice in this. Guys, I don't want to say, look at the image of that card and the tone of what we've been talking about. It's like a spectacle. Look, you can see people paying tribute, kind of a highlight reel. At some point, we might end up seeing a highlight reel of Donald Trump. And there's very few situations when you see that about someone. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, I don't want to like come out and say it, but somebody is going to be working against him in private. To me, this gives a lot of clarity on the last four cards. There is somebody on his team working against him and he doesn't know it. They're going to pull the rug out from under him, and these two cards in particular in reverse, I'm like shaking. It gives me very mourning energy, like mourning a loss, with the opposition celebrating. People are going to be celebrating whatever it is that happens. People are going to be celebrating this huge climactic downfall. This downfall is going to be a shock. I'm just going to pull three more cards to really round it out, because I think this is going in a direction that I don't really want to take it, or that I don't really want to speak on. I might discuss further in the comments if any of you are unclear on what I'm kind of saying I'm seeing. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Five of Swords. This is all very angry and vengeful energy. Let's just pull a last one. I think someone's going to end up in prison. Somebody is definitely going to end up in prison. We're seeing a lot of like the swords and the wands around people. As you can see here, this is, again, it's a mourning energy. This is somebody hanging their head in kind of sadness and disappointment. We've got somebody looking back on what they did. Somebody with the Five of Swords kind of looking back and going, I caused this, and they're not ashamed of it. I think somebody's going to do something. And look, with a card like this is the Four of Cups. This is kind of, whatever this is referring to, I really am taking this as somebody, he's going to try and initiate a second kind of triumphant moment. He's going to try and keep the battle going. Somebody close to him is going to pull the rug out from under him. We're all going to see it happen. We're all going to know it's happened. And there's going to be a lot of loss. There's going to be financial loss. There's going to be emotional loss. There's going to be, a lot of people are going to be happy about it. A lot of people are going to celebrate, and it's going to, I think, cast a huge shadow over America. I really do. I think it's kind of, where do we move on from this? I think the opposition, or whoever it is that pulls the rug out from under him, is going to realize that Trump is the symptom, not the cause. And you guys, I think whatever it is going to have a domino effect, and it's going to make things a lot worse. I think what I'm seeing here is something really bad could happen to him from somebody close to him, and it's going to be a shock to everyone who did it or how it happened. People are going to celebrate that it happened, but you guys, people are going to be blind and naive to the fact that some of the hardships and the turmoils and all of the stuff that he's caused, it's still happening. And it's, to me, it's like, we're going to pop a pimple, but we've still got acne. And now what do we do? What do we actually do? This didn't end it. Whatever it is that this is trying to say to us is this final moment for Donald Trump isn't going to make things better for the US, and it's going to make it a lot harder. It's going to be the calm before the storm. I think there's going to be a huge period of the calm before the storm. And I do think somebody's going to end up in prison. Somebody close to him is going to come out with something we didn't expect. And I think it's going to cause some really bad reactions. I don't think anybody should be looking forward to this. Republican, Democrat, Socialist, Communist, I really don't care. I really don't think people should be looking forward to this. The downfall of Donald Trump is going to be the uprising of a lot of people. And it's really going to highlight the fact that he wasn't the problem, he was the symptom. I mean, look, I'm saying that as a blanket statement. I'm well aware of the problem that is Donald Trump, but I think in this kind of conversation, what I mean is people are going to realize putting a stop to Donald Trump's reign of terror isn't going to put a stop to the terror. It's just a figurehead. Okay, so let's get one more card for the overall. Oh. And you guys, look. We've got the Pentacles again. It's going to be about rebuilding money. It is the Eight of Pentacles. It's kind of hard work, steady. But it's also hard, like it's not hard work as in we're working hard. It's hard work as in difficult work. It's going to be a difficult time. I think we're going to see a lot of economical issues. We're going to see a lot of environmental issues. We're just going to see things kind of flipped on its head. I think everyone is in for an uphill climb. Everyone's in for a battle, I think, with this. You guys, I think it's coming to, it's going to come to an explosive point. I think it's going to come to a point where we don't expect it to, where somewhere in the ether, people have this idea of what might happen. We've heard talks of how things could go. I think it's going to be much worse than that. I think it's going to be a shock to everyone, and it's kind of going to, it's going to rattle everyone no matter what side you're on. I think it's going to put the US in a really bad state. And I don't want to say that. Again, this is all for entertainment purposes only, and none of this is fact. But what I'm seeing on these cards is that it could just be not enjoyable. People will think they have been triumphant, and they will quickly realize that they haven't. And that goes for both sides. And I don't really like doing this. I'm going to end this because I don't think this is a positive message or a positive experience for anyone, and I don't want to get anyone worried or worked up, and I'm kind of getting myself worried and worked up, and I don't want that. So I'm putting that to bed. I'm putting that to an end. If you enjoyed this, you can check out a link below to get a personal reading from me. You can also head over to my TikTok, and on top of that, I do post twice a week. You can subscribe to me. I don't know how to feel after a reading like this, because it did, as we saw, possibly the end of an era, kind of the end of a cycle, a new... It's not going to be a fresh slate, I'll say that. To me, none of that seemed like a fresh slate, so it kind of seemed like instead of doing the dishes, you're just kind of sliding them off the table onto the ground. You know, it's going to cause a mess that people don't expect, is what I got from the cards. Entertainment purposes only, alleged, not fact, all of that stuff. But that was a reading I didn't enjoy doing. So the next video you see, hopefully, will be a video that I enjoy making. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next video.